Today we are talking about gifts. That's right. It is the holiday season, so we're talking about gift giving, but the gift of an experience is what we're talking about today. Of course, sitting here at Travel Talks, we're talking about traveling the African diaspora. There we go. Got that out. Let me pull up my screen so we can dive into this presentation, and then I can answer any questions that you might have of me. But today, again, we're talking about gift giving, right? It's that time of year, and this is no different, right? So we are diving into that discussion. But welcome to Travel Talks. Let me bring up the intro, and then we'll dive into our conversation of the day. Welcome to Travel Talks, where we embark on a journey of discovery with Sankofa Experiences, powered by Urban Intellectuals. I'm your host, Freddie Taylor, the CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals, here to guide you through our African diaspora's rich history and culture. Sankofa Experiences is more than just travel, it's a movement. We dive deep into our roots across Africa and the diaspora, turning every journey into a powerful connection with our ancestors. Our mission? To make the exploration of Black history accessible, inspiring, and informative. Join us as we share insights from our travels, celebrate our history, and foster a deeper understanding of our collective identity. With Sankofa Experiences, every destination is a step closer to home. Let's explore together. Welcome to Travel Talks. All right, welcome to Travel Talks, everybody. I see with my lagging, we might have a bit of an issue here, so I'll have a quick workaround with that. But today I wanted to talk to you about obviously the gift of travel, right? Traveling the African diaspora and doing that in a way that makes it fun and easy for you to have the experience and not have to put in all of the work. That's why you might want to travel with us. I'm looking for, there we go. Let's make this easier for myself. Here we go. Yeah, so I want to dive into that conversation, but as I always say, there's a lot going on in and around here. Hey, and I forgot to do my usual. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're here with me live, you can drop it down in the comments. I'll do my best to follow up. I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago, Illinois today, having this discussion with you. Let me pull up this screen. There we go. One of these days, we're going to have a seamless show. I'll get it together. Today ain't the day, but we're going to have a good one anyway, right? But what's going on in and around the company? As I mentioned, there's always a lot going on. So I want to encourage you. We're still pushing our YouTube page, right? So please, please, please click the button. Ashley's going to drop it down in the comments. Please join us on YouTube. We're dropping a lot more content and information over there as we start to build that community. So if you're on YouTube, click the link. Come on and join us over there. Also, we have our own social network that we are quietly rolling out. And now everything seems to be clicking. You can sign up and everything is all right. We want you to join us and become one of our beta testers and kick the tires with us to start to build this movement. This is not just another social network. This is a movement that's utilizing a social network, but we're looking to build and solve our own issues and problems in our community to build a better future. So here we're going to meet and start to put together solutions that we can work collectively together on ourselves and our family and our communities and throughout the diaspora. So team up with us, join the social network. We're going to call it Sankofa Universe, the Urban Intellectuals Universe there. This will be the Sankofa Universe. So I want to encourage you to come over and join us on that platform. Tonight, it's going to be our last presentation of the year. If our story starts before slavery, 3 reasons why this is important and 3 things that you can do in order to move forward better in 2025. We're going to have that conversation again, the last one of the year. So click that link and come on and join us tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Check that out. All right. So the gift of experience. I want to have this conversation with you. I was debating how should I do this today. What should I just tell you my stories? But I thought it would be better to bring you stories of people who have traveled with us and have these experiences so that we can talk about why this gift is so important, this gift of experience through travel, right? So experience over things. This why travel is the ultimate gift. Memories that last for a lifetime. This is my wife Crystal there with Brother Morris. If you go to Ghana with us, hopefully you get an opportunity to meet this brother. But he is a wonderful guide there in the on the continent and just not just there in Ghana. But strengthen bonds with loved ones that might come along with you. You're going to get a new travel family from the people that you meet having this experience, but gain new perspective and enrich your soul. Unique stories that to tell for years to come. People are creating memory books, taking pictures, taking all of their images and pictures and putting them together, compiling them. People are compiling presentations for their family to start to endure and open them up to the ideal of traveling the continent for a number of reasons. Why, right? A journey to the heart and culture of our heritage. This is what we're talking about, but unparalleled cultural richness and diversity, iconic landscapes from safaris to beaches. You know, the Great Pyramids, the Nile River, the dungeons of West Africa. It is to Robben's Island down in South Africa, right? There's just a wealth of experiences, but people are warming and welcoming. But I just wanted to get through that so I could dive into the stories. I think it's much better for you to hear from people that have been on the trip. So here's one of the young ladies sharing their experience.
That's up there with things that trouble my heart. Yeah, that's up there with things that trouble my heart. And probably if I talk about it, I'll be in tears. Um, yeah. But every now and then, I spend way too much time on Facebook. And when people say, well, that you sold one another, that has nothing to do with being immoral and pathological for 400 years. What happened? What's wrong with y'all? Did anybody have any sense of morality for 400 years to make things right or undo some harm? Um, I'm not, yeah, I'm a psych nurse and I hear things and I could almost hear my ancestors crying and moaning. And I heard babies calling for the mama. And I could smell all of the body fluids laying in the floor. And it was very, very disturbing. Very disturbing. Anyway, they sacrificed so much for me. They really sacrificed so much for me.
Why I got you? Why do you think people should have that experience?
I think that we should have that. Some people need that experience to recognize who they are, the sacrifices that were made just for them to wake up in the morning and breathe. They should have that experience to have a sense of compassion and camaraderie for people who look like us and not beat one another down or tear one another up, as opposed to building one another up. There's some tremendous life and death sacrifices. I mean, serious, not just passing in the night stuff. Serious life and death sacrifices were made for each and every one of us to be here. And the sacrifices are continuing. It didn't just stop like that. 2024, we're still paying the price for tremendous evil. I've asked a couple people, has anything in recorded history been as evil and demonic and horrible?
This gave us a lot to think about, right? Has anything, but these are the types of experiences that you have and why the people having them
That-
think they are important. I can
That's
talk
up there
to you
with things that
about this ad nauseum, but I really do feel like it's just better if you hear it from someone that experienced it themselves. Here's more.
Snap.
And let me back that up real quick, because the last young lady was in Senegal. I think I took my camera. The last young lady was in Senegal and the Gambia, having that experience there. This young lady here is in Ghana. She's having that experience in Ghana. So let's hear her word.
I wanted to bring that up, right? Because you had a little snafu, right? But
so this is my start, but not my end. Which is in Maryland, calling them every day, and they're like, yes, we know who you are and we have your name in the system to call you as soon as we have it. We're going to
Okay, so I'm getting word that you're just hearing mostly the music. I don't know what it is about about some of that video, right? But basically she had a visa issue. She had a visa issue that went, she always wanted to go to Africa and have this experience there in Ghana, but she had a real visa issue. She was supposed to go on our trip, I believe in 2022 in November to Ghana, but she had this visa issue, and she was saying that she was on a first name basis with the people at the embassy because of having this issue, calling over and over and over again. But because of the visa issue, she had to bump her trip to February, but she felt like it was almost like kismet because of the bonds of the people that she built, the friendships of the people that she built there with the February group. I got an opportunity to meet her. It was a beautiful experience, but yeah, so that's where she's going. I'm upset. Maybe if I did it from the actual YouTube page, I wonder would the video play better. For whatever reason, we've been having issues like this. Ashley, I don't even know how we can figure this out, but let's see if this one works. Let me know in the comments if you can hear this. Is that any better? No, No, I got two no's. All right. About this video, why won't it play and can be heard? I'm not really sure at all. Let me look at one more thing. No, I got the sound on. I got everything there. Oh, that's pretty frustrating. All right, so that probably means my third one won't play, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Out of the way. More technology. That's how we going out. We going out with a we're going out with a bang, right? With our tech issues, right? But as I mentioned, this will be our last Sankofa travel talks for the year. So what a way to go out, right? We definitely have to work on the tech stuff. But I want you to reflect. This is the spirit of Sankofa. That's what we're going for, right? We're gonna reflect on our current year. We're gonna celebrate the wins and not just focus on some of the tech issues that I've had over the course of the year or the last few months that we've been doing this. But we want to reflect, return, and reconnect, right? Because Sankofa means to look back at our past to build a better future. So not only just here at Travel Talks, we're going to look back at our tech past to make a better future, but look back into our actual past as Black and African people on this planet. Look to reconnect, return and reconnect with our past to bring it forward to our future. Every journey is a step towards the desired understanding and connection. You gotta get this story. All right, I'm gonna try one more time, right? You gotta get this story. I really want this one to be heard. I really think it really solidifies what we've been talking about. But let me know if you can hear this one. Y'all hear her? What is going on? What is going on? That is just the strangest thing. Like I can hear the words clear as day. I'm just wondering. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm not a tech expert, as this is probably demonstrating even more than my words. But I guess I'll flip the script, and actually just tell a story, tell my story, right? The gift of travel, right? Because I was thinking about this the other day, and had I known this would have been happening, I could have pulled up some images. But I just was thinking about how since the first time I've traveled to Ghana, like literally my life has changed, right? And I was thinking about it because Travel Talks was coming up. I'm going home. There's a lot of that. But I got an opportunity to travel to Ghana for the first time with my father. And I'm going to try to relate some of the stories to this. What time is it? Okay, I just want to make sure I don't go too long. But the first time my dad and he was 86 when he told me, hey, I want to go to Africa. I've never been. He's telling me that is getting late in life. If I'm going to do this, I probably need to do this now. I had never been. I was 41 at the time, 40 at the time. And, I always think about it because I was talking to my brother and I'm always like, he's always like, man, it's hard to watch Superman slow down. Right. And referring to my dad as Superman. And that's kind of how we've always seen him our entire lives. Right. So thinking about him making us mere mortal statements like, if I'm not gonna be here forever. I'm not, it's getting late in life. I might want to take this action now rather than waiting. He was 86 at the time. And just like I said, hearing Superman talk like he's a mere mortal is tough, right? And my brother and we talk about that all the time. But anyway, so it's 2016 and dad tells me this and I'm like, oh man, I got to get him there. So we went to work and put together a trip. And he and I went to Africa or went to Ghana for the first time. Oh, no, I got all types of. I could have showed y'all all types of stuff. And if you've been around and you've seen some of the pictures and stuff of Dad and I at the various places, but that was like a really special trip, right? Just to be walking around and to be watching him drink in an experience that he had wanted to do his entire life, right? And just for whatever reason, never went. And that sentiment of always wanting to go and have that experience is something that echoes throughout all of our travelers, right? I think we're up to like 382 people who have come to Africa with us. But that's something that I heard often, no matter the location. I've always wanted to come. This is something I've always dreamed about. I've always been afraid because of the media angles, my family, the concerns. The last young lady was going to talk about that, talking about her family being concerned while she's over there. I've heard that consistently, particularly from our seniors, right? And they all laugh, and they all laugh because they always say, I've been taking care of myself my whole life. This is nothing different, right? And they'll be like, they talk about their children, and they always say their children are calling to check on them every day. But they're calling in the middle of the night because they're not translating the number of hours that they're away. But it's all funny. But that experience of watching it and then being thankful and being excited for having to taken the risk, right, and getting over there is again something that is echoed through all of them. And I've heard it from my father. Like whenever I ask him to tell me about Africa, he immediately goes to the first time that he was there, right? It's like the other times we went were great, but it's just something about that first time that you touch down on the soil, especially after wanting to do something for decades. If you fall into that bucket, like I've been wanting to do this for decades, and I've always been putting it off. And we put it off for a number of reasons, right? Again, the travelers will tell you nobody would travel with me, right? It does cost. It's not a cheap trip, right? But when you get over there, you appreciate the things that we do because you don't really want it to be a cheap trip, right? Like because you want to go, you want to be comfortable, you want to be secure, you want to be safe, you want to have all of the experiences, you want to skip the lines, right? All those types of things are important, but that first trip with Dad really just kind of opened up everything because that was trying to think. That probably was my furthest trip. Yeah, because we. No, I hadn't been to Europe yet. So yeah, that's really opened up like my travel life in general. But it really wasn't that bad of a trip. You hear about all of the miles. Oh, it takes so long to get there. The layovers, all the food is crappy. All of this. Well, I traveled with an 86-year-old, right? So once I did that, it's just not that tough. He's a great travel partner. He's definitely not difficult at all the way up through our last trip when he was 94. We just came back from Cuba. And before that, when he was 93, we were in Egypt together, right? But those memories, right? Like being outside the door, no return with Dad and having that conversation, being in those dungeons with him, being at Kwame Nkrumah's mausoleum and this place, and knowing what Nkrumah means to the Pan-African movement in general, but being there with my dad, right, who's somewhere around Nkrumah's age, was really, really special. And like watching him see that Cadillac, because they have Kwame Nkrumah's Cadillac saved there at the mausoleum. But just watching his face when he realized what it was, and then having the conversations on why it was so important to him and talking about it, those are just memories that I'll carry forever. And I really, really do cherish. I'm glad I got a lot of it on camera. I'm glad I captured a lot of his thoughts in the hotel room during that trip. While we were out on the rooftop bar, enjoying some beers, overlooking a crowd, having a conversation. I'm glad I took pictures. I'm glad I documented it, right? That experience. But that feeling that I'm just talking about, right? And hopefully that you feel kind coming from me. I could say so much more. It's something that resonates throughout all of our travelers, right? And that trip was just something I flicked together without any experience, without knowing anything, right? And not even like properly doing my diligence. And it could have been so much better as I look back on all of the things that we missed. But you don't know what you don't know, right? Which is great for coming with a group, right? Because now when I go with our curated trips, I'm like, man, dad got cheated. He got to come back to Ghana because we didn't really get to see much. Because I didn't know, right? And I think a lot of us end up traveling that way, piecemealing things together and not really having a full and possible experience because we're not investing in going with people who have already created the atmosphere and created the trip and curated it in a way that you're not only safe, but you're excited as it unfolds. Now, he did get the Egypt experience, right? Because, after becoming my international travel buddy, right? He just hit me again, like, hey, I ain't never been to Egypt. I want to go. I'm like, oh, bet. Okay. And that's really how the Sankofa experiences really kicked off. Dad told me he wanted to go. I figured why just he and I go, we might as well go ahead and curate this experience and bring people with us. So 40 people came with us on that first trip to Egypt, and Dad was there. It's a beautiful experience. But since then, we've taken a few hundred people on these adventures of a lifetime. And like those are some of the thoughts and things that are whirling through the minds of the people as they're going through these experiences. And they're so excited and so happy about the way, one, that we curated it, but two, we created a safe space and an environment for them to have those experiences. And, many of our travelers come back and travel with us again because of the experiences that they have. They all say, man, y'all must have an algorithm or something together to bring together the wonderful groups of people because we don't have issues. We just have wonderful experiences. And as I was saying, people forge lifetime friendships based on these things. But it's really not a secret. The only secret is our community, right? Our community of like-minded people who are interested in something more. It's really, the topics that we have attract a certain type of people, right? You're not here on a Tuesday afternoon or you're not watching this video, if you're interested in celebrity gossip. I'm not saying that we don't get into any of it, but that's not the genesis of our organization. We are here for Black consciousness and liberation and history and understanding and empowerment and our future. While appreciating the ancestors and the things that they've gone through. So the people that tend to show up on our trips, are from that vein. And those individuals tend to be better in temperament, better in behavior, right? And better in friendliness, I'll just say. That's what I've experienced when I'm moving around. And that's the feedback that we always get from our trips. We got something in the comments, but I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm blind. Let's see, might be a good idea to collaborate with them. Oh yeah, no. yeah. Reba, thank you for that. Yeah, we definitely need some IT help. Our COO is out. They just had a baby, so he's usually the tech guy too, right? And I am the technology black holes, right? So I'm pretty sure it's something I did. I'm almost certain that it's something I did. But hopefully we'll get that rendered good for 2025. But I was able to give you something. So hopefully I gave you a little bit to think about and consider, since I couldn't get my what I actually wanted to share with you. But I kind of talked about, why you should travel and have these experiences with us. Start your journey with with confidence and community. So expert curated tours, authentic experiences guided by passionate locals who bring each destination to life, community focused travel, giving back to the places we visit, and seamless planning. All you have to do is show up. I kind of alluded to these things. Yes. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't read the end. See you in Ghana in a few days. I love it. All right, Reba, see you there. Yeah, so these are the reasons. Here are the places that we go. So if you're thinking about traveling with us, Here are the places that we go, right? So Egypt, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Morocco, Kenya, Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria, South Africa, Brazil opened up, or excuse me, yeah, oh yeah, Brazil opened up, so we'll be going there for the first time next year in September. Ethiopia is new, Morocco is new for 2025, so we're really excited about that. And Nigeria, I left that out. Nigeria and the Ivory Coast will be visiting both during that. I do have a little bit. So this was from our last trip. I was on this trip in Ghana and met Patrick and his wife. They said, this was from October 28th through November the 5th. He said, I had the best time of my life in Ghana. I'll never forget that right after being welcomed with the Kwaba, which means welcome, we were told, this is your home. Walk walk as it is yours as soon as your feet hit the ground. From that moment, I felt an incredible sense of belonging. It was amazing to look around as far as the eye could see and see only people that looked like me. It's truly touched my heart. Every local I encountered was welcoming and made me feel like they genuinely wanted me there. The tour company staff was exceptional. They were knowledgeable about every site, tour, dish, and cultural detail, and they went above and beyond to make the entire trip unforgettable. I have made lifetime connections and look forward to returning to Ghana and booking another tour with this amazing company. That brother had a great time. Him and his wife, I definitely appreciate them and taking the time to leave us such a wonderful testimonial. We always appreciate those. So there's always some common barriers, right? There's overcoming the what ifs, right? What if I don't know what to pack, right? So depending on the region of the continent that you're going to, we'll assist you with the guide and help you every step of the way. You don't have to worry about it. What if I'm traveling solo? You can join a community of like-minded adventurers, right? We're all in this together, and our team will take care of you. One of those testimonials was of a young lady talking about traveling solo, but coming here and meeting up with our community and our team, and everyone taking good care of her as well. What if it's out my budget? Listen, there are flexible payment plans to make it possible, right? You can pay into the future. You don't have to pay everything up front right now, but you can start your journey today with us in just 2 steps. Go to our website and click calendar. And then step 2 is book your destination and date. It's that easy. All it takes is $199 down to secure your spot before midnight Eastern Standard Time. December the 29th, we'll give you $300 off of any the trip that you select. So keep that in mind. Again, December 29th, midnight Eastern Standard Time, this offer is going to go away. This is our opportunity for you to give the gift of an experience to yourself, to your spouse, to your children, or to your loved ones, right? So do you have any questions for me? Take a few moments to answer some questions, some thoughts, some concerns. You can raise your Zoom hand, or it's just a few of us in here. You can go ahead and unmute if you do. And then if someone is watching on our Zoom stream, our YouTube stream, which it looks like, oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. You can drop comments down there and I'll be sure to circle back and follow up with you there. But yeah, so if you just click Sankofa Experiences, let me show you what it looks like here. There we go. All right, so if you click the link, it'll take you to Sankofa Experiences, and you'll see our website. You'll see all that, the destinations. But it's a real simple way to see everything is to click calendar, travel calendar. So you click travel calendar up here at the top, and then it's going to list out all of our destinations that we are traveling to in 2025. And yes, there's a Ghana New Year's trip down there at the end. I think I'm eyeballing that one myself. I'm looking forward to enjoying the new year on the continent. But this is an easy way if you got some particular dates in mind that you can see what's lining up. If you want to select by destination, you can do that as well. And then when you click it, you can go and see the travel dates that are available for that particular destination. And it will take you there for that. So those were, I clicked Senegal. So here comes Senegal and the Gambia in 2025. So here are our dates for that. You can easily click the arrow, go back up to the top. But again, we always tell people that the travel calendar is the easiest way to see a descending order of where we're traveling. We haven't released our 2026 dates just yet. So if you're interested in that, be sure to stay tuned. Hey, join our travel list. You can click that button right there, and then you have an opportunity to drop your email to be brought up to date on anything that is happening in and around, and being alerted when we drop our 2026 trips as well. All right, so that's pretty simple. To follow along, just go to sankofaexperiences.com and either click travel calendar or your destination, and you'll have an opportunity to follow up and get the information that you need in order to decide which trip you want to take with us, right? So let me know in the comments where you are interested in going. Again, there's $300 off if you sign up by midnight Eastern Standard Time. December 29th. There we go. I had to dig that up. December 29th is the date. So you have an opportunity. So check your emails. You'll be getting an update on that. All right. In Ghana in a few days. Looking forward to seeing your thoughts and hearing your thoughts on that. Hopefully we can get a testimonial. I won't mess up the sound, right? Hopefully we can get a testimonial and I won't mess up the sound. That'd be the good way to put it. But all right, so we're looking forward to hosting you on our Sankofa experiences. If you're ready to take this, give the gift of an experience, you can start with your journey today. But if there's no other questions, if you think of something later, you can send an email to support@sankofaexperiences.com. That's support@sankofaexperiences.com. We're looking forward to hearing from you and definitely want to answer any questions that you may have. Again, sankofaexperiences.com. And when you are ready to decide to travel the continent with us, we look forward to, again, hearing your story, seeing the travel from your perspective, and getting your feedback. So I appreciate y'all being here with us today. Looking forward to 2025. I'm not going to see you, at least on this platform, the Travel Talks, for the rest of the year. So I want you to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, we got a hand up. Sister Anita.
Hi, yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the same Sankofa experience going to Ghana with the B1 family with Dr. Boyce Watkins?
No, that's Boyce.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Boyce Movement there. That's his group.
Okay, that's not the same Ghana trip in July.
We're going in. I'm not sure when Boyce is going. I'm not plugged in, but yeah, no, this is two different groups. So we are urban intellectuals. So the Sankofa experiences are our move.
Okay. There was a tall gentleman that had done a video with you before. I can't think of his name right now.
Jay Cameron.
Yes, so
Yeah,
this
yeah.
isn't the same. Yeah, Jay had presented this to the B1 family, and I thought
Yeah,
this was the same
so
group.
Jay is our travel partner, but Jay partners with other organizations as well.
Okay.
So that's their affiliation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Because I saw him with you, and I just thought it was the same group.
Yeah. No, we're all friends. Yeah, I'm good friends with Boyce. That's my man, and Jay's my guy as well. So yeah, we're definitely in the same circles for sure.
Okay, but different tours. Okay.
Yes. I love it. Good question. I love it when I see the B1 family coming over, right? That's dope. I love what Boyce is doing. But okay. Anybody else have any additional questions before we roll out of here? Going once, going twice. All right, again, so if you have any questions moving forward, you can hit support@SankofaExperiences.com, support@SankofaExperiences.com. Sister Ashley is in the comments. She will be sure to follow up with you. But until next year, as I was saying, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Vanessa asked, do we help with roommates? We don't do roommate setup, Vanessa. But there'll be correspondence, and you can have an opportunity to add someone later to your room. So if you find someone, like, say you sign up, you're like, oh, okay, I want to make sure I get my $300 off. I go ahead and sign up with a single. You can add someone to your room later if you find one. But then inside of our Facebook group or inside of our new social network, you're welcome to say that you're open. We just don't want to be in the middle of it, right? Like, just in case something goes wrong, hopefully nothing ever does. But that's the reason why we just kind of stay out of that. Yeah. So, but definitely want to create an environment where y'all can communicate and talk. But yeah, I would say sign up as a single, and then you have time to add someone later. Oh, the one thing that I did fail to mention is when you sign up, before you sign up. So when you go to the site, and you start to put in your information or whatever, you're going to see the entire payment schedule. So you're going to put down your $199, and then you will see every month what and when that payment would come out. So there's no mystery. This is before you put in any information. You don't have to put in your credit card or any of that to see this information. You will see the payment schedule up front when you're signing up. Right, roommates can be a touchy situation. Yeah. So we have to stay out of it. But yeah, so that's good. Thank you for bringing that up. You made me remember that point as well. There are some buy now, pay later options available that might make it spread the payment out even further using Afterpay or Klarna or one of those options as well. You can pay it off at any time. So say you put down your $199, you start your payments, you get your taxes back, and you're like, hey, I just want to wipe this out. You can do that. So definitely options available. Am I able to change emergency numbers? Yes, Kalanda, you should be. Ashley, can you reach out to her and make sure, Kalanda, can I just get you to send the email to support@SankofaExperiences.com just to make sure that you trigger a conversation. I got the one. There you go. Yeah, just shoot an email and request that, and this is Ashley, I'm sure, will take over and make sure that you get that sorted. All right, good question. Any other questions for me? What was I talking about right before that? Oh, yeah, Klarna, the Afterpay, the options. Yeah. So you put down your $199, get your $300 off. And then anytime, like I said, if you want to pay it off in a lump sum when the taxes come in or you get a bonus or whatever the case may be, you can do that. There's no prepayment penalty. Or you can just continue to matriculate through the payment service. We always recommend that you get cancel anytime travel insurance with medical. That's always, always, always very important. Please follow our YouTube page because I'm going to be posting more and more information about those types of particulars, right? Like why the medical insurance is important, why cancel anytime, flight options, purchasing, flight tips, all of these types of things is what we're going to start putting out more and more of on our YouTube page. So please join us over there. All right. For real this time. This is the last that I'll see you in on Travel Talks. Hopefully you take a moment to join us somewhere else around the holidays. Yes, thank you for that. Blessings and enjoy your holidays. Have a happy new year. But look, make sure that this year is your year, that you start to pour into yourself. We've so many times on these trips, I hear someone that said, hey, I always wanted to take this trip with my parent. I always wanted to take this trip with this person, my best friend, that person. We talked about it for years. And a couple of years ago, now they're gone. and we're not having those experiences. Tomorrow's not promised for anybody. If you've been thinking about doing this, then let that be the catalyst to get you into action. We talk a lot about how much we invest in other people, right? Over the years, how much we pour into other people. But when are you going to balance that ledger and start to pour into yourself and have these experiences that you always wanted and you've worked your butt off your entire life? And let's just be frank, you deserve it. So let's make 2025 that year. Hopefully you will decide to come with us. Again, SankofaExperiences.com. But I'm looking forward to taking some risks and taking some leaps in 2025 myself. Maybe you will join me. And hopefully I'll see you on the continent. All right. Yeah, about me. Absolutely. Yes, me. All right. I love it. Yeah, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your week. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, and have a Happy New Year. So until next time, y'all know what it is. Love, peace, and power to the people. I appreciate y'all joining me today. I'm going to take you out with my outro video. Hopefully you can hear it this time. Greetings, I'm Freddie Taylor, CEO and founder of Urban Intellectuals, and we are behind the Sankofa Experiences. This is where Black history travel made easy is not just our mantra, it's a promise. Our mission? To reconnect you with your roots, your culture, and the history of the African diaspora, now spanning across 10 African nations and the vibrant cultures of Colombia and Brazil, the Sankofa Experiences is expanding. We've crafted curated group travel experiences that do more than just visit. They immerse, they educate, they transform. From the historic forts of Ghana to the bustling markets of Nigeria, the serene beaches of the Gambia to the rugged mountains of Morocco, and beyond, even South Africa and South America, each destination holds a special place and part of our story. Embarking on these Sankofa journeys means more than just exploring more landscapes. It means walking in the footsteps of the ancestors, embracing the diversity of our heritage, and seeing the world through a lens of understanding and appreciation. It's a group experience where every traveler is a thread in the fabric of the shared narrative, making the journey safe, engaging, and unforgettable. So are you ready to embark on this adventure? To explore, to learn, to celebrate the legacy that connects us all. Join us in the Sankofa Experiences, proudly powered by Urban Intellectuals. The only thing missing is you. The only thing missing is you. Peace and blessings, everybody. Have a great day. Appreciate y'all joining us today.